Welcome back to SouFLoTV. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified every time a new video goes up on this channel. Normally, I would put this video on my other channel, which is called BrainFlowTV / Hot Topics TV. You can find me there on YouTube as well. But sometimes I bring content over to this channel that I want to get a broader audience for. Rudolph Giuliani. Listen, I used to live in New York, right? Before I even get into this story, I used to live in New York at the time when Rudolph Giuliani was actually the man of the hour. He was running the show. And when I tell my audience about being harassed, constantly stopped and frisked, searched for no reason on the streets, police would just throw you up against the wall, kick your feet apart. They wouldn't say spread your legs. They would kick your feet apart, throw you up against the wall, dig in your pockets, dig in your waistband, dig down in your private area, run their hands all up and down the inside of your shirt, and then pat you on the ass like a bitch and tell you, get on your way. You lucky you don't have anything on you. That was what stop and frisk was for a lot of us who lived in New York at the time, right? I told my story about how I went to the corner store to get a cigar because we were having a celebration at the barbershop around the corner, and I believe a fight was happening, and a police officer just ran up to me and grabbed my arm, grabbed my hand that had the cigar, and he goes, break it, break the cigar. And I said, break it for what? I just bought it. This time, I'm standing in the middle of the sidewalk. This man has my hand dangling in the air and demanding I break my cigar. So I broke the cigar because it's a damn police officer and I don't want to escalate anything, but I know I'm not doing anything wrong. I broke the cigar and he goes, empty it out. So I broke the cigar and I emptied it out in the air. It's blowing everywhere in the air. And then he throws my hand again like a bitch, and he goes, oh, you lucky, and walks away. As he was walking away, I said, hey, you gonna buy my cigar back? Because it was just a cigar. That's what we had to go through. So seeing Rudolph Giuliani going through what he is going through, for me, it's kind of like, yeah, the karma is spinning the block, the block, okay? Cash-strapped Rudolph Giuliani must hand over his Manhattan penthouse to the 2020 election workers that he defamed. He had lost a case, defamation of character case, where he assassinated the character of two black women who were election workers. We are proud that our clients will finally begin to receive some of the compensation to which they are entitled for Giuliani's actions, says their lawyer, Ruby Freeman, and her daughter, Shay Moss. Now, it goes like this. Rudolph Giuliani must now turn over control of his Manhattan penthouse apartment and several luxury items to these two Georgia poll workers who he admitted to defaming after the 2020 election, a judge has ruled. Now, mind you, he defamed these people on behalf of Donald Trump. This is stemming from convincing people to try to overturn the election. This is stemming from trying to convince the public that the election was rigged and the election was fraud and the people did fraudulent things in order for Donald Trump to lose the election. So Rudolph Giuliani basically went down with the sinking ship. Rudolph Giuliani basically threw away his whole career, has pissed away all his money to please Donald Trump. U.S. District Court Judge Louis Lehman of New York issued a ruling on Tuesday, giving the former New York City mayor 7 days to turn the items over to a receivership according to CNN and according to Washington Post and according to Fox News and according to MSNBC, according to all the news media entities that are carrying this news. The judge determined in December of 2023 that election workers Ruby Freeman and her daughter Shay Moss, they are owed nearly $150 million after Rudolph Giuliani publicly lied about the two women after the 2020 election when he was working as legal counsel to Donald Trump. Now, I went and did the research already. His New York City penthouse that he was ordered to turn over to them is worth $6.5 million. Lehman also determined that Freeman and Moss, the mother and daughter, should receive $2 million in legal fees that Giuliani has said that he is owed by Trump campaign and the Republican National Committee. Wow. Wow. Tell Donald Trump to come over here and rescue his boy, because he sure as hell went down for him. In addition to the apartment and legal fees, Giuliani has been ordered to turn over a 1980s classic collector's item Mercedes-Benz previously owned by actress Lauren Bacall, a television New York Yankees memorabilia, and multiple luxury watches, including some that he received from European leaders after the 9/11 attacks. Aaron Nathan, a lawyer representing the mother-daughter couple, said in a statement that the outcome of this case should send a powerful message that there is a price to pay for those who choose to intentionally spread misinformation. The road to justice for Ruby and Shay has been long, but they have never wavered. Last December, a jury delivered a powerful verdict in their favor, and we're proud that today's ruling makes that verdict a reality. I bet Giuliani didn't see this coming. Remember, Rudolph Giuliani is also an attorney. He probably thought these two black women were powerless and they wouldn't stand up to him in a court of law, and even if they did, he is too powerful with too many connections and too much links for anything to happen on their behalf. Well, my friend, the times are changing. The tides are changing. Power is shifting. This is a different America we're looking at, okay? Do you see? There's a black woman that is running to be president of the United States of America, and it looks like she will be the next president of the United States of America. This is going to be a big win for minority women, black women on a whole, but women, period. He later said that we're proud that the mother and daughter team will finally receive some of the compensation to which they are entitled for Giuliani's actions. Now, when they actually won this case first, right, there were a lot of people, you know, especially the doubtful Tom black people. Yeah, they won the case. First, they were like, they're not going to win the case. They won't win no case against Giuliani. Giuliani is connected to Trump. And then they won the case with a mega judgment of $150 million. And then the same people were saying, they won the case, but good luck getting any of that money. And I said in my other video, which I covered on my other channel, listen, once a judge has made a final ruling, they're going to start to collect your assets and liquidate your assets in order to pay off that judgment. So for all the people who are saying good luck collecting that money, I bet they won't see a penny of that money. This is not a dolly shop. This is not a patty shop. This is not a Chinese restaurant, chicken wing fried rice. This is a court of law at the highest order. The mother-daughter couple sued Giuliani after he publicized a video that falsely claimed to show both of them rigging the Georgia elections results in Joe Biden's favor following Trump's loss in 2020. This man went out and showed a video of the mother and the daughter and said they did it. They rigged the elections. Now you can imagine what happened after that. We're talking about Georgia. We're talking about Deep South. We're talking about the history, the lynchings, the murders, the racially ignited dramas and trauma. In June of 2022, the mother and daughter testified on January 6th committee hearing about living in fear for their lives after Giuliani publicized that clip, which showed the mother and daughter counting ballots during the election night. That was all they were doing. They were counting ballots. But he used them. He didn't use a white worker. He used two black women and said, this is them. They're stealing the election. This is them. And basically something along those lines, but not those exact words. And that is how it came across. Trump, Giuliani, and others falsely claimed that those two, the mother and daughter, were involved in a plot to kick out observers, to bring suitcases of false ballots for Joe Biden into the State Farm arena, and then run them through the machines multiple times. I want y'all to hear this. Donald Trump and Giuliani and others falsely claimed that the pair were involved in a plot to kick out the observers, to bring suitcases of false ballots for Joe Biden into the State Farm arena, and then run them through the machines multiple times. This is what Democratic Representative Adam Schiff said at the time. Moss and Freeman, the mother and daughter couple, claimed that they were bombarded with threats on social media, people wanting to harm them. Some people even began showing up at the election workers' homes. At your home. I've lost my name. I've lost my reputation. I've lost my sense of security. They went into hiding. All because a group of people, starting with 45, which is Donald Trump, and his ally, Rudolph Giuliani, deciding to scapegoat me and my daughter to push their own lies about how the presidential election was won. This is what the mother testified. In July of 2024, Giuliani was disbarred from New York for flagrantly misusing his power to spread false information about the 2020 election. He was also disbarred in Washington, D.C. in September of 2024 for his unparalleled attempt to overturn the elections. Is it me, or is Rudolph Giuliani the only person who is being punished? I mean, not Giuliani the only person. Should I say this? Is it me, or is it that everybody else is being punished except for the main culprit behind all this, which is Donald Trump? One person said, this couldn't have happened to anyone more deserving than this guy. This couldn't have happened to anyone more deserving than this guy, says Sin. SW417 says, I just love this for him. And Trevor says, well, when you play dirty, you have to pay. It's a shame how far Giuliani has fallen, even to the point that your own daughter disowns you. Wow. So for his own daughter to disown him, that's huge, right? Well, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. Listen, for the people who said that these two black women, mother and daughter, would not get a penny from that money that the judge ordered Now you will see. Now you will see. Justice has been served. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. And don't forget to go over to my other channel, which is BrainFlowTV / Hot Topics TV, for more content like this one. I'm out. Peace.